Hello, War of the Visions fans. I'm Jackie Fox, and we have to talk about Fantasy Frank.
What if I told you there's a way to get thousands of Final Fantasy War of the Visions Visiore without having to spend your entire savings or grind the game for hours and hours? Visiore.
Okay, well, if you haven't already picked up on it from the cadence, the offer, there's a lot more stuff. I'll show you some more of the rest of this video in the background, but around the middle of the video, Frank gives you a list of channel engagement things to do to boost the channel's reach, and then says that if you do so, he will be giving you free Visior for having a particular comment, and then he shows a previous viewer's comment. So just first real big red flag here is that this man has 13, actually 14 subscribers now, but in my footage, 13. Almost never has a like on his content, never has much more than 100 views, usually doesn't have comments or even more than the standard 3 likes on his pinned comment for every video. So there obviously isn't much engagement happening here. And you might be thinking, Jackie, why are you telling me about this? Because on occasion, there are still people liking the video, there are still people liking comments and doing some of the things that he's asking you to do, which leads me to believe that they're trying to get his free Visior giveaway, which I don't know why I should have to tell you this about a channel that only has 13 subscribers, but he's not giving you free money. It's just not going to happen. And furthermore, there's nothing good that's going to come of clicking on his link either. But on the topic of VIP codes, I couldn't find any reference data for this anywhere on the internet. No one letting the beans spill on Reddit over the 4 years this game has been around, nothing. So where did he learn about it? Where did he learn about this thing that apparently no one else knows about, that has no reference in the wider internet? Why can't he find other videos that reference this glitch, as he calls it? Even though we can tell once we listen a little bit further into his scam video, this isn't a glitch that he's advertising, it's a VIP code. So why advertise it as a glitch at all? Why use slightly different thumbnails all the time? This is all just basic automated scam stuff. This is an automated scam channel. And while that's probably pretty obvious to most of you, if I save even one of you from giving this dude your data, I am happy. But even more than that, I actually want people to come together and mass report this guy's channel, because this is clearly scam bait. This clearly, even if it wasn't scam bait, would violate the game's TOS. There's so many reasons why this channel needs to go down before anyone else falls for this guy. But if you weren't convinced, I'm just going to do a victory lap and talk about all the other ways that this is obviously a scam channel. One thing we can do is we can verify that tweet, which isn't a thing. I've never heard of this in 4 years. In the column of just weird shit about this channel, note this video is 2 days old. Alright? 2-day-old video. It's been up for 2 days. Top comment is from 3 months ago. So here's a weird another pattern for you. Three months ago. Let's see, what if we go back like a month? Oh, this video got 3 likes. Still, 3 months ago. I mean, hold on, sorry. No. So here's what's happened. And it took me a little bit to notice this. So why do all these comments come from 3 months ago, yet these videos have been on a staggered release? Well, actually, they were all scheduled 3 months ago, and he's been allowing them to trickle out, maybe refreshing his content I don't know. I mean, like, this could keep on going for another 6 months. My point is that 3 months ago, whoever's behind Fantasy Frank sat down, made all of these videos, set them to a staggered release, and then put this comment on every single one of them, and then used their account as well as 2 other accounts to get each of these exactly 3 likes. Because they will on every one have 3 likes. And as long as I don't go back more than 3 months, I will bet you that that comment will be 3 months old, because they did this all at the same time. Three months ago. 3 likes. Also, it's weird, like, definitely, while there are some other random likes on this channel, none of them ever hit that comment. No one ever wants to thank this man for this comment. So, this is a 3-month-old scam that has been running on automation and just through scheduling. And Frank is just sitting back with absolutely no effort being put in the last 3 months, from what I can tell. This was all... And, you know, probably some use of AI for the thumbnails here, too, for sure. These aren't Final Fantasy characters, as far as I can tell. I mean, maybe in some really abstract sense, you could say they are. They're definitely not War of the Visions characters. And they all seem to be in the same art style. I would wager this is all just like AI, as well as the voice. So 3 months ago, an AI scammer said that they were going to make a phishing scam on YouTube, and it's just been running automated ever since. And will it stop? Well, will it stop if we don't make it stop, at least? That's the real question. Of course, I suppose you might also be thinking, this guy doesn't have many subscribers or many likes, doesn't seem like he's getting much engagement. Maybe even you mentioning him is the biggest boost that this channel is going to get. And like, why even bother with this if this is such obviously a scam? But as you look at this, there's just so many videos here. There are so many different touch points that there are people who will have fallen for this. There are people maybe who don't even speak English particularly well who might fall for this more easily. I'm not saying anything about non-English speakers, except that this is in English, and maybe since this is a global game, there are people who... I mean, there's a lot of red flags here. You don't need to speak English to you would need to understand a word of English to get exactly what this channel's game is, but I'm sure it helps. Anyways, I don't want Frank here to be scamming anybody, so please report this channel. So, couple things that this creator is doing. First, they're using all of these tags to just SEO bait, like every possible thing that you might search for, but also using the names specifically of some of the biggest content creators in the space. Also using the titles of a lot of those. So, you know, if you're notice that this is made to look at like a link of things where you can click on and learn stuff, but there's no links here, it's just the words. So if you're searching for any of these topics, you're going to be brought to this video because it's basically just aping all the SEO that these great content creators put into their titles. But like just so much of this, it's basically using its entire description for SEO besides this. Now, I shouldn't have to tell you that these statistics for a channel, it's definitely not offering free $3,000 Vizio giveaways. Furthermore, how would you even do that? I've never heard of any other content creator doing this, especially not one of this scale for sure. You'll also notice that all of their videos are the same length. They only seem to change one thing in each video, and that is the comment that they say that they're giving a reward away to. The thing is, they say that they're doing this on a daily basis, but they don't release videos on a daily basis, so that's not possible. Secondly, some of the only comments that I've seen on this channel are ones like that. So they're definitely not referencing real channels that they're getting on this channel, but maybe through other scam projects. Because as you can see, these videos don't actually have comments on them. This is not an authentic channel, and once again, it's basically, oh no, actually they're doing it with a different element this time. Okay. Everything else about the video is the same though. They have some different, also they haven't figured out how to crop and like zoom in properly. It's kind of zoomed in quickly. You know, you can tell that they aren't actually trying to make content for this. People might be important by the data that's going on over here. Just for so many reasons, this isn't something that you want to mess with. Deals like this aren't something you want to mess with. Even if there was a glitch in the game that could get you free Visior, you would also likely get punished for that as well, like by for exploiting the game. And again, I doubt that this isn't going to work. In fact, they're saying that it isn't going to work in here, so don't try that. Furthermore, do you even know where that would go in the game? If anybody happens to know that, let me know. But like, from looking at internet scams a lot and pointing them out on my other channel on occasion, it is rare that I find one that lines up perfectly with Final Fantasy or the Visions. But here we are. This is a brand new Final Fantasy scam, and maybe this has been ported over from other games. But if people are doing this, it's because somehow, even if it's just curiosity, is getting people to click this link right here and see if they can get what they're being rewarded in the video. You will not get that. All you will get is your information stolen from you, more or less quickly. So please don't do that. Please don't pay attention to Fantasy Frank. Fantasy Frank is a scammer. And, oh man, no community tab for me to tell everyone what a scammer they are. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. You can check out ways to support this channel in a link in my description that is thankfully not a shady link, but a link to my Linktree page, where you can find all sorts of ways that you can help the channel. And with all that being said, don't fall for scams. And I'll see you in the next one.